So welcome everyone back to Basics Growth. I'm so glad those of you who've made it. And for those of you who are on the recording, I really hope that you take time to go through this one. We've got some big guns on the meditation field in the classroom tonight to really highlight the importance of this activity, of your daily method of operation with regard to anything in your life. Would certainly be and is certainly enhanced massively. So what I'm going to do is quickly just pass over to Lothar. Lotar's catching a flight out to from Frankfurt to Johannesburg tonight. He'll be here in the morning, and he's about to go and obviously make his way to the flight. But he's going to lay the foundation on the value of meditation at the moment, and then we're gonna let you know in the classroom tonight what meditation is, why meditation, and how. So we're going to keep it very simple for those of you who have not done it before. So Lothar, I'm going to pass it over to you. Ian, if I can ask you to mute yourself, I'm going to mute myself as well, just so we get the full sound. And Lothar, if you can repeat what you just told us and the importance of, will be amazing.
Hello, and first of all, with great respect and love, I welcome you all with all my heart. This is how my first Guruji, Baba Muktananda, 1980, taught us to welcome each and every one in our life with our heart. So with great respect and love, I welcome you with all my heart. Is a good beginning. Now, there are 4 or 5 periods per annum, per year, where there is a special time dispensation and quality dispensation, where when we act in a selfless manner, when we give service to somebody or something, maybe to nature, maybe a prayer, maybe some charity, maybe taking an older lady across the street, what have you, or do our meditation for always a meditation without medication. And always dedicate your meditation. A dedication is always, of course, very good for big things, like currently the world is pretty much in a dynamic state of things happening, unfolding. Everything is very much in line with what's happening. Now, we might be scared, we might be expectant, whatever it is. So instead of going into the fear modus, we basically open our heart, and you will do it a little later, and let the selfless love stream into whatever you focus on. You are in South Africa, there are xenophobia, whatever, you know, crazy things. Or you just let it go to the devas. I don't know, Susie, whether you can explain who and what the devas are, or maybe Joe. Very, very important. All the energies, all the thoughts, all the emotions and the actions that we perform have an energy, and nothing gets lost on this planet. So if we have negative thoughts, negative emotions, and negative activities, these energies have to be taken by the nature beings, by the devas, and they then have to be translated into storms, tsunamis, droughts, all these biggies that we've been hearing about lately more and more, and the floods and all that. So if we send positive thoughts, loving thoughts, choices of cooperation with the devas, and as I'm speaking, the light is becoming lighter and lighter in this area. I don't know whether you can see it on the screen. It's lighting up where I am. Very interesting. Susie loves when these things happen when I'm around. So what I'm saying is, any prayer, any selfless action will be enhanced by the factor of 3,000. It is like you are praying for 3,000 hours. The result of that is what's going to unfold today. Or it is as if 3,000 people would be on this call and they would be praying together or meditating together with you guys for 1 hour. These 3,000 hours are the dispensation of today. Next time on the next call, I'll be very happy to explain why this is so and why there are 4 or 5 periods throughout the year where this is taking place. So I wish you a very peaceful, a very happy, big smile time in your slowing down of your thinking process, and just let the light stream from your heart into life. I will connect with you all while I'm going to have my briefing in a moment and be on the flight. And just a woman walks by. Very interesting. This is for Joe. And she is having a Peruvian and Bolivian cup, drinking what? With a silver straw. Very interesting. Very interesting. So enjoy your meditation. And tomorrow, I will be connecting with Susie and she will tell me all about it. So once again, with great respect and love, I welcome you all with all my heart. Ciao.
Oh.
Thank you, Lothar. And she's drinking what? Yerba
Mate.
Yerba mate.
Yerba mate. Yeah.
Mate, that's it. That's it. Can you imagine? Nobody walks by. Yoko is telling me to shut up. Okay. Say shut up. Oh, now she smiles. She gives me a face, but she smiles. Okay, guys, have fun. Cheers.
Thanks, Lothar. Awesome to see you. Okay, fantastic. So welcome, everybody, those of you who are on the call today. I wanted to touch base with meditation. A lot of people don't really know what meditation is, but I think the most important thing to know is that if you are now in the throes of creating this abundance in your life and of getting your businesses up and running and really getting activity done, you cannot just be driven by business. You remember, you have to drive yourself first, and everything comes from, because we are energy and everything comes from you out. It is important to what's the starting block, and the starting block and the common denominator we have with all of us is ourselves. You have to prep yourself in order to acquire the abundance in your life. In order to be a person who is going to hold on to abundance, a person who is going to be able to allow abundance, and I mean abundance in, we spoke about it last week, abundance in relationships, abundance in your bank balances, abundance in your businesses growing, your abundance in material things, your abundance in even, self-love of yourself. It all has to start with you. You are the first ingredient with your life and your lifestyle. And meditation has just actually been given, it's a word that's been given to create a practice of breathing. And all it is, when somebody just says to you, breathe. So meditation is basically quietening down your insides, because we as human beings have got so much chatter. And I have been so guilty of that. Whether you go to bed at night, you've got so much chatter. Whether you're during the day, you've got self-chatter. You've got, I can't do this, I can't do this, I won't do this, or just chatter. And to get great ideas and to get inspiration, you don't know what is inspiration if you've got a jumble of voices going on in your head. So meditation is merely the art of breathing and being able to quieten yourself down, so that intuition, so that those ideas can actually come onto a clean plate. You cannot go into your day with a whole big roast lamb, roast pork, roast potatoes, beans, potatoes, rice, gravy, pudding, you know, like the Americans put all their food on one plate. Well, that is what our brains look like. You need to start your day with a clean plate so that you can choose what you want to put on that plate, one thing at a time. And I know with me, when I started, like, you know, everyone says you've got to meditate. Like, what is meditating? Well, in my language, in Susie's language, in Susie's simple language, meditation is the art of quietening your brain down, not initially silence. Everyone thinks they've got to go straight for silence. It's just quietening it down so that I can regroup, recenter, listen to my inner being, listen to my soul, listen to source, listen to God if you're praying. A lot of people meditate by praying. Praying is a form of meditation where you go into quietness or stillness and you are talking to you and your belief structure, whoever that may be, whether it be God, whether it be Jesus, whether it be source, whatever it is just bringing everything together quietly and breathing. The breath is the most important thing. And even if you landed up doing it for a minute a day initially and building it up, it is the art of that breathing. And the most amazing things actually happen, because suddenly when you start your day off quietly in that with that clean plate, you actually get the most incredible ideas. You suddenly get ideas to phone certain people. You get ideas to make contact with people. You get ideas to things to, you know, maybe you need to do around the house, or business ideas or what have you. And you think, wow, didn't I have a great idea? Well, that great idea came because you allowed it to come into a quieter environment. Can you imagine someone trying to give instructions in a school hall with 1,500 children? Well, that is what your poor inner voice is trying to do with your chit-chatter in your brain. So meditation is literally, in my language, the art of breathing. I'm going to pass it over to Joe for what is meditation. No, you don't do the how and everything, and then I'm going to do it to Ian, because I know Ian does as well. And we all do different types of meditations. So your turn.
I cook, that's how I meditate. No, maybe, you know. For me, if we're talking about personally, without going too much into detail right now, the way I meditate on a daily basis is basically quietening myself, focusing on my breath, and visualizing how my breath moves through every single cell of my body down to you got fingertips and your toe tips, you know, so my toe tips and all the way up again, so that every single cell starts vibrating, energizing. And normally what I do is I hold maybe a specific intention. So whether it can be anything, whatever the intention is. So say now the intention is I want clarity. As I'm breathing in, I'm connecting to the vibration of clarity, or to what clarity feels like. If I did know what clarity felt like, I'd be breathing that in and allow all my cells from the top of my head here all the way down, so I can feel it running over me, like as if water is busy pouring over me, all the way down, fingertips all the way down. So if I inhale, I would inhale that all the way down right to my toe tips, and then exhale all the way up again, so it would feel like water's running through my body. And the more visual, the more I feel it, the more powerful it actually becomes. And then without going too much into it, because I do want to share some really good mantras that I learned at a very young age. when I was 2. No, I'm kidding. I was about 12. And but yeah, for me, that's what meditation is for me. Is very much holding a specific intention, and I use my breath a lot as well. Not just breathing through my body, but exhaling it out for a specific intention, which I encapsulate all of that as my meditation. So
yeah, we'll be back.
you know,
Ian, your what is meditation to you? I'd love to hear.
Yeah, so thanks, Susie, thanks, Joe. Yeah, for me, meditation is, you know, we have this, for me, I have a very left brain mind, so my mind runs wild and I have all these thoughts going over. So for me, meditation is the ability to soften those thoughts, so that they get less and less and less, and not to quieten the mind. To some degree, it's quieten the mind, but I've noticed in my meditation practice over the years that when I go into that there's this stillness, there's this ability where there's peace and calm. And when I focus on, for me, focus initially on the breath. And I've learned through Vipassana meditation is that you focus on the sensation on the inside of your nose as you take a breath in and as you breathe out. So it's cool going in, warm going out. And then as you focus that, what actually happens, what I've noticed is while you're focusing here, our thoughts start dissipating, because most of us, you know, we have about 60,000 thoughts a day. Of which sort of 60 to 80% are repeated every day, and most of them are negative. So you have this negative program that's running in the mind all the time, and those thoughts are generally from a lack mentality based on what we've been through, what our experiences are. And I noticed that when I focus on my nose, when I specifically focus on the breath in the beginning of the meditation, is those thoughts quieten down. And I'm able to experience this sense of calm, this calmness, this anxiety goes away. I feel peaceful. My shoulders tend to drop. I feel complete relaxation throughout my body. And I start to enjoy a sensation of like what Joe said, like a tingling sensation through the body, where there's kind of, I don't want to say bliss. I've experienced bliss, but there's this peace. There's peace. No matter what is going on around one, I've experienced this peace. And that for me is very important. And from a technical perspective is the less negative thoughts we have, or resistant thoughts we have, the higher our vibration is. So we go into an experience of joy, and that's a very high vibration. And that's why I meditate, is the ability to raise my vibration. And then, like Susie says, when we do that, when we get rid of the resistant thoughts that we in this body have, we can listen to that inner voice, whatever that inner voice is for you, you know. It doesn't matter what the origin is to you. It's different for everyone. So for me, I talk about source, and that's the term that I like to use. And so I get to listen to my inner being and allow those thoughts to come through me. And like Joe said, there's an intention with a meditation, and when we focus on a particular, just an example. Einstein solved every single one of his challenges that he had in his life with an afternoon nap, which was in essence a meditation. Coming out of that meditation every single time, he solved a problem. And the reason why is he got answers from source, because he took his resistance, his human resistance, out of the picture, and he allowed source to channel through him. And that's why I meditate, is that ability. So, yeah.
And you know, we live in such busy worlds at the moment, or such a busy world. We have such busy lives. We've got targets, we've got goals. We really want to create a successful business. We want to create successful relationships. But we have the same conversation going on day in and day out. We rush our mornings. Do you know that every single mentor that Andrew has, and that we look at with network marketing and with our businesses and everything. The Eric Worre's, the Richard Branson's, the I'm trying to think of some of the big names.
Todd Falcone.
The Todd Falcone's, all the big guys. Do you know every single Tony Robbins? All of them meditate.
He's a big meditator.
Andrew and I had this discussion. I think it was at the beginning of the year, because I was actually asking him, does he meditate? And he says, oh, I try to. And I'm like, but if your mentors are doing that, surely you follow your mentors in every habit, not just blue circles, not just numbers, not just lists, not just marketing or business. You have to market you as a person. You represent your business. You are your business, correct?
Yeah.
And it has to, your persona, your person has to be is a representation of your entire environment, of your business, of your lifestyle, of your family, everything. And the most important thing, other than waking up with your 17 seconds of setting the intention of being, of thinking a positive thought, is to actually step into a few minutes of meditation. Now, following Abraham Hicks, they say 15 minutes a day, okay, the first thing in the morning. You should be meditating. Massa and Miguel do not start, they don't get on with their days until they have meditated. Now you think, oh, now I've got to fit in another 15 minutes. But the 15 minutes really is even doing something quieter. I find my best form of meditation is walking. So if you guys go, even if you if you go for a walk in the morning, you could be walking, no headphones in. This is just quiet. This is just quiet, you with your thoughts, and not telling yourself to shut up and have an argument in your head. It's you walking and breathing, and just walking and breathing and walking and breathing and looking around and seeing the trees and the birds, and walking and breathing and walking and breathing. I paint. I started doing my mandalas. I think I showed you last year. I haven't painted for a while, but I put my music softly on in the background. So if I want to have an afternoon where I just want to still myself, I pull up my paint brushes. So I walk and I paint. Some people meditate while they're running. You can meditate even by quietly when you're sitting in traffic. George, if you're traveling somewhere and you're stuck in traffic, there's no point honking the hooter and there's no point screaming at people. You can take 30 seconds. You can even take one breath. I posted that monkey breath onto the group, and I'm going to do it again. Meditation is literally bringing oxygen into your cells, into your body. And it's not just a shallow, grumpy breath. It is consciously bringing it in, and as Joe says, all the way down to the toe tips and all the way back up again. One breath is a form of meditation. And if you can find that spot in the morning before your day gets carried away, where you can take 15 minutes, even if it's a guided meditation. Now you go to YouTube, you go to Abraham Hicks and put their meditation.
Thousands.
You can go, there are thousands. You can pick a piece of music. Somebody's actually giving you a visual of walking in the trees or the sea or whatever. All it's doing is taking your thoughts that you would normally have. I've got to fetch the kids. I've got to get the plumber in. I've got to phone 15 people. I've got to invite people to a function on Saturday. I've got to do this. It takes all of that busyness away, all that food on that plate, takes it away, gives you the clean slate of just focusing on whether they're talking about waves or whether they're talking about caves or whether they're talking about mountains or trees. Doesn't matter what the guided meditation is. But if you can do that, and the Abraham ones are really fantastic. They focus on how you're feeling, the feeling of feeling good. So you've completely taken it away from the normal conversation you would have in the morning of planning your day. And if you do that for 50, even if you start off for 5 minutes a day, or 1 or 2 breaths in the morning, you will watch how your day unfolds completely differently to a normal grocery list of to-dos. I've got a to-do, and you only get 2 or 3 things done. And how you actually flow through your day, and even if you landed up speaking to 2 people, it's the right 2 people.
Yeah.
And you haven't got all the busyness and the riffraff of pressure in your head. What were you going to say, Ian?
Yeah, I just want to jump in there. I think there's a big misconception of what meditation, the expectation of meditation is. So people have this thing that they must sit in this yogi position in a particular way, you know,
and
spine erect, and say some, you know, om, you know,
and go into silence.
That's not meditation. You know, I love. This is going to sound really strange as a man in his 50s. I love washing the dishes, because for me, when I wash the dishes, I go into meditation. I go and I become the dishes, and I wash the dishes, and I cut the whole world out. Every single thought goes out of my mind while I'm washing the dishes, and that is such a beautiful meditation. I love watching the dishes.
You're invited to do dishes. Even George is thinking. I can see George is thinking, I'm not doing dishes.
I'm in my element, because I what people don't understand is that I go into a place that is beyond words because it's a meditation. I'm connecting directly with Source in that moment. And that is the most beautiful place to be. It's better than anything anyone could ever expect or imagine. Until you experience that.
And you experience that quietness. I mean, when I go into my painting, I'll climb into my painting. And when I go walking, I just go quieter. And that quieter, you come out with the most incredible ideas. Yep. And the most incredible inspiration, and the most incredible. It's like your body. You're giving your cells oxygen. Your entire body cells oxygen to give them a chance to, and you shift things. Hey, you shift.
Yeah.
This is where you meditate. You shift weight. You shift stress. You shift
everything.
Fear.
Financial abundance.
Anger. You'll shift that yearning for that financial abundance, that desperate feeling. You shift it all because you're activating your cells with breath. So whether you're sitting in the car, it was another form of meditation, driving, you guys sit in traffic. You know, you get to a red robot, close your eyes and just take those couple of deep breaths. I promise you'll be woken up to go through the traffic light because somebody will hoot.
Yeah, I want to jump in there. You know these new eco cars, you know, the new engines. I'm driving my ex-wife's BMW at the moment. It's got that facility. And so when you pull up to a robot and you stop, it actually shuts the engine off. And suddenly for a split second, there's this instant peace. There's no vibration.
Yeah.
And I go straight into a meditation, like exactly what you said. And I have to pull myself out of it because I've been hooted at dozens of times because I go so deep so quickly. And it's fantastic. I've got actually gooseflesh thinking about it.
Well, my car does that as well, and it is that piece. So I really do urge you all to fit it into your day. Just like you need oxygen in your body just to breathe, now learn to breathe deeper and oxygenate not just your lungs, just to breathe, to live. Oxygenate the rest of your body, and you can start off in the morning, even when you're lying in bed, you know, take a few deep, really beautiful deep breaths in through your nose if it's not blocked, and right the way down to the end of your toes and all the way up, and set the intention. Maybe start off with setting an intention of today is going to be an easy, productive day, or today is going to be an easy, flowing day. Today's going to be a happy day. Today's going to be a, you know, I have clarity in a situation that I want today. I get clarity in my day, and breathe it in and let it out. And before, and do it, you know, 2 or 3 times. Give yourself a minute or 2 of doing that. And you will find that things start, your day gets easier. And if you get a chance during the day, you suddenly think, well, what can I do now? I'm stressed, I've had a grumpy call or whatever. Get yourself out of that grumpy mode by breathing. Go step outside, go stand on the grass, take your shoes off, and take some deep breaths. Look around you.
Yeah.
Like George, look, he's doing a fabulous breathing exercise there. And breathe it in and let it out, and let it, your shoulders, everything. And I promise you, I know it so well. It has completely calmed me down, and I trust everything that happens to me without stressing about it. So, because my body, my cells in my body are complete, your body works, your organs get regenerated, your muscles work better, you just feel healthier. And so you don't have to make it a whole, have to sit in silence in the corner and hum and do your whatevers. None of that. It really is just about a few breaths, and then making it a habit of doing longer in the mornings when you are sitting, you've had your cup of coffee, or take your cup of coffee and go sit outside. Spring is in the air. Go sit outside in a chair and look in appreciation around you and sit quietly for a few minutes, not planning your day. That's not where the agenda is done. You've already written your stuff out the night before, what you need to get done. But what you are doing is that you are just connecting with you. This body has got to get through the day, through the meetings, through the phone calls, through the numbers, through the groceries, through the eating, through gymming, whatever you're doing. But you cannot start your day. Every highly successful person on this planet, in the extreme ways that we know, meditates in the morning.
Yep.
And it literally sets you up for the rest of the day, that things really do. As Ian says, your energy, everything starts vibrating. And when things vibrate at a higher level, abundance, easiness, all of that comes to you. It's like it susses you out in the scene and sees a person sitting there, and then the right people that you're attracting. And it really is incredible. I cannot believe meditation is not taught at schools. I cannot believe meditation is not taught right from little, because when you have got oxygen and source and whatever you believe in coming through you, is when you really become connected with your power, your inner power, and control of your thoughts, and not that monkey brain chit chat. The aim initially, you can eventually, when you get to the low toss stages, or even Joe, Ian, you also know, we can go in complete silence, but it's practice. And there's another meditator there.
There we go. Here's my little
He's a
meditator.
great breather.
Yeah.
It's a baby bulldog.
My little, it's a little Frenchie. Yeah. There he is.
And
Dexter.
So, Dexter. So I'm a big one for sharing this with you. And I really, honestly and truly, you want to turn your lives around and have a more wholesome, easier. You've got to up your vibe. You've got to up your vibe with your positive thoughts. You've got to up your vibe with how you put yourself out in the world. And in the mornings, your first thing is to take those few breaths and make time for yourself. I cannot get started my day if I haven't actually plugged into a meditation. And I do it. I do a lot of guided meditations, because my brain goes off in all different directions. So even flying up to Johannesburg today, I did a 45-minute, I downloaded it, I plugged it in onto these are great to do if you're going to do a meditation. Put these in your ears.
Yep.
Put your headphones in. Oh, there's also another little new on George's lap. Is that a doll? Oh, man. That's a doll.
This thing had me without internet for 2 days because he chowed the fiber cable off.
Oh, and you learned how to breathe properly.
Go try and buy a fiber cable for your computer. Yeah, the connector from the outside to your EDSL or to your router. You just don't get it. I had to buy a new router.
Oh my word.
And the
Sure.
dog is still alive.
And connected.
Yeah, here he
And connected.
And connected.
Well, he was meditating while he was eating your fiber cake.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, so those mornings to start with time on your own is basically putting the nourishment into your being and then going out into the day. And I promise you, you watch how your business turns around, you watch how your relationships turn around, because you are calmer and you can actually hear your intuition. You can hear your gut feeling of this is right, this is wrong. You can hear your gut feeling, should I phone this person, shouldn't I? What vibe am I getting? You actually become so in tune with yourself that you like surprise yourself and you go, wow, what a brilliant idea. Where did that come from? And you can get more and more and more of that inspiration coming through you, but you have to quieten down. You have to slow yourself down more.
I want to just jump in there, Susie. I think just without getting too deep, we attract what we are and where we are. So, and I've noticed this recently. You know my situation and where I've been through now, and I've noticed a huge difference when I don't meditate in the morning, and I can see how my day pans out. I can see and I feel and I notice the difference when I do meditate. The ease with which my day flows to when I don't meditate. And I'm not saying that, to a degree, I guess I am saying that, I've noticed that I always get the first parking spot. And I've noticed a pattern. When I don't meditate on the day, then I'll have to park somewhere else. But when I meditate on the day and I'm in that great space, I get the first parking in a parking shop. And that's because my vibration is there and I'm attracting it because that's who I am. And that's so important, and I think people miss that with this business. Is that you attract where you are, and the abundance comes from within. And if you want to attract the abundance, it starts with us. It starts with me.
And our old school and our old teaching and the way everyone's grown up, all of us on this call, is the usual: go to school, have the education, everything, but the normal earthly human stuff that we do. We wake up in the morning, the alarm clock goes, we get up straight away, straight to go put the kettle on or go to the bathroom or whatever we do. There is no pause. Then it just goes. And people then go fight in the traffic, and they go fight on the phone, and they wonder why the fiber cables are chewed, and they wonder why stuff goes on. It really, excuse me, but shit happens. And you're like, why is the universe aimed at me? Like, why am I got target practice today? But if you started it in the way that being a form of abundance is a vibration, so you have to get into that persona, and that persona needs oxygen, and every cell in your body needs oxygen. And when you are consciously breathing in clarity today, or love today, or health today, if you're not feeling so great, and you're feeding that all the way down and you're feeding it all the way up with a few breaths in the morning, and you throughout the day, you've had a telephone call after every call you make. George, you phone tons of people. You can take a few deep breaths and not think of anything other than thinking of the breathing. We'll cut out any other thought. Take a couple of breaths and on to the next call, and watch the difference in your productivity, and watch the difference in your vibration that you're putting out there. You do attract the right people into your business, and you do attract the right relationships, and because you are calm. I mean, Tommy is a person attractive that runs around, that's busy throwing their toys. I have watched so many grumpy people. We saw a grumpy person tonight at the restaurant. I've seen some seriously grumpy people on the weekend at Pick and Pay. Oh, there was this really grumpy lady at the Chinese shop today who went to get vegetables. I saw two really grumpy people in Pick and Pay because the queues were too long. And I looked at them and I thought, you didn't meditate today, you know. And they just stuck, they stuck from here up. Whatever blurbs out of them, they're not even vaguely connected with heart or any other organ. You will find yourself get healthier. You will find aches and pains go or diminish, you know, ease up. You will find you sleep better. You just find that everything's just locked up in here. And by giving it some oxygen and releasing it for a few minutes a day. So when people say you've got to meditate for an hour a day, no. The suitable recommended time is 15 minutes a day. And if you can go onto Abraham Hicks on YouTube and find Abraham Hicks meditation, they're all in 15-minute slots, or 14 minutes, 39 or so. And she talks you through it. And they're brilliant. Put your headphones in. You can go into anything. You can go into YouTube calming meditation. You can go and find an hour's meditation. If you go and have a nap, plug in, put your headphones in, take a meditation with you so that you're not getting on your bed napping with the whole of Elof Street coming along with you, you know. Anything you want to add there? Stian?
Yeah, let's
So, yeah, I see
Vision
we got
is
a
also awesome.
vision is also awesome.
Okay, on YouTube, George. Oh, fantastic. And do you meditate, George?
Yeah, we do every morning 20 minutes.
Well done. And
Awesome.
what difference has it made in your life? Have you always meditated?
No, Susie, I was a soldier. We don't meditate. We just
No.
go on.
Exactly. See, that's what we were taught, hey? So when did you start meditating?
About a year ago.
Okay.
Been doing it for about a year, so yeah, we do that. And yeah, we use Vishen a lot. He's got a 20-minute guided meditation, and what I realized on that is that meditating is actually nothing other than just praying, because we were taught to pray, and that is meditating, because what you're doing is you're saying thank you. You do your
Gratitude.
thankfulness, or what is the English word for that?
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Gratitude. So, Jan, thanks. Gratitude is the word I'm looking for. You do that. You do your visualization, and then you speak to your. Well, he talks about higher power. You can call whatever higher power you're using.
Yeah.
Some people go for Allah, some go for this, some go for that. Whatever suits you. But I mean, we go to what we were taught, and so it's actually just. It's the same as praying. It's just called another thing. I mean, the Bible taught people from the start to pray. That was actually meditating. It's actually what it is, according to me. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I mean,
Spot on.
No, spot on right. Spot on right.
That's why my cable gave me three new prospects today. Just how it is, right? I had to go through 3 different people to get the cable for my computer, and I got 3 new prospects. So
Exactly.
Wonderful.
And the
Well
dog
done.
got a
Well, there you
bone.
go.
Sure.
There you go. Listen, there are hundreds, in fact, there are thousands. There are thousands of different types of meditations. There's many people that have got many good meditations out there. And there's not one fits all.
No.
It's as we go through, we discover different types of meditation which suit us. So, you know, I don't want people to get bogged down and fixated on, I have to meditate this particular way. I did that in the beginning. I mean, had to sit with my spine erect in a particular position, and I had to make sure this and that and you know, don't cross this, don't cross that, you're blocking energy. And I did that in the beginning because that's what I was taught, you know. And as I've gotten older and I've softened, my meditations have got better because I've found what works for me, and breathing for me is like the most important. I mean, that's life. When you breathe in, we breathe in life. We breathe in God's love when we take a breath, and that's how we know that's our life source. And that helps, like Susie said earlier, that gives life to our cells and our body. It's a very, very powerful meditation. And it doesn't have to be hours and hours. Now, if you want to go and meditate for 4 hours, you can, and you'll have a magnificent experience. I have. But that's not the point of this. You know, meditate for 15 minutes in a day is perfect.
Yeah, practically no. So, you know, even just one breath, a deep breath to the tips of your toes back again is a form of meditation. Judy says here, Jason Stevenson. I don't know, but wow, I'm gonna ask both of you to type it into the Telegram group for Shen and Jason Stevenson. Maybe even do an attachment of one from YouTube to put it on there, and I'll put a couple of Abraham ones on there because I would love to. I'd love to try some new ones. That'll be amazing.
I've got a great.
George, will you put that onto the Telegram group as well? Because we'll lose it here when we finish.
The one that I just posted there.
Can, and then I'll just copy and paste it and put it in the Telegram group. And I want to see.
Well, I can do it as well. You can do it. There's no problem.
Yeah, I've got it. I'll put it on.
Paul,
so, say again.
Paul Santisi is a very.
Yes, I love him.
Yeah, he does great meditation.
That's what I was talking about, Susie, yesterday. It's him.
Oh, is that him?
Paul Santisi.
Yes, he does the 70-minute one we spoke about. It's Paul Santisi.
Okay.
Yeah, he's brilliant. Love him.
So many different ones.
And guys, you do it for you, and then teach your children. I mean, if you've got those of you who got young children or even grandchildren, teach them as well. You know, they in the Far East, they teach them from tiny little. You can see them sitting in nursery school, like these little 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, all sitting quietly and having their breathing exercises. And then you have a much more fulfilled life, a much more a calmer, and you just connected. So you're not so aggro, and you're not fighting the world, and you're not boxing with everybody, and you're a vibration of love, of a higher energy, and that's when you know good will always find good. And you know, ego is not very good with meditation, but ego can find meditation. So it's just breathing. It really is just breathing. And I'll put the monkey video up again, which is just one deep breath. If you can be consciously aware of, and finding some time in the morning, like work towards your 20 minutes or 15-20 minutes is absolutely spot on. And find quieter activities during the day if you need to. If you're going to go and have a lie down, put your headphones in. If you're feeling, go for a walk. Don't put blaring music on then. Go for a walk, and just and always, if you're trying to quieten your mind at any stage, take a breath. That breath and be totally present with that breath will calm all of this big jumble going down, because you're teaching the monkey in your brain, the chitter, how to breathe as well. So, okay, monkey, let's all breathe together. And it all calms you down. So if you find that you're in a stressful situation, whether it be in the office or whether it be, you know, having an argument with someone or on a phone call, just take a step back, breathe. Or if you're fearful or you're anxious or anything, take a step back and breathe. It's meditation. And then re-look at it with new oxygen, because you're just putting, that really is what it is putting oxygen to every cell on the inside of you. There's a lot on the outside, but we need to rejuvenate ourselves and watch the magic happen around you. And watch, look, George with meditation and with the dog chewing the cable, the dog is still alive. He's got 3 new prospects. Everybody's happy at the end of it. It's how you react to life. I mean, and reacting aggressively is old school. Reacting without purpose is old school. You get to choose how you want anything in your life, but it starts with you. So you are the first person to wake up in the morning. You are present to get out of bed. You are the one getting in the car. You are the one eating. You are the one phoning people. So how do you want to be represented? Representing to the world? You know, what do you
Represented.
represented to the world? And I choose oxygen in my cells. I choose a calmer persona. I choose, and yeah, that is what I choose. And I have a incredibly fulfilled, amazing life now. Certainly it has its ups and downs, but if I was still stuck in my head, who knows? I would have imploded, I'm sure. Who knows what yeah, exactly. So I urge you to get onto YouTube, and we'll look for Jason Stevens, we'll look for Vision, and your one we'll type up there as well.
Paul Santisi.
And play with them and pass them on to your friends. And people say, oh, you're glowing or you look so happy. And I think, yeah, I guess I started breathing properly. You know, I must send you a clip of something, you know. Get your near ones, your loved ones, just to tell them your story and tell them this is what I do differently, and you watch.
Can I add to breathing? I want to add something to the breathing because we're doing some yoga now. No, man.
My leg has got cramp. I need breathing.
Take a deep breath, Susie.
Oh.
Get some oxygen in that leg.
I was sitting on it.
So we've spoken a lot about breathing and how we breathe in our meditation, and it's part of our main kind of way of going into meditative space. And one of the things I find with breathing, one of the obvious things with breathing that if we bring ourselves back into awareness is, you know, have you ever noticed, of course you have, but remember how when you've had a long day, what is the first thing you do? You go, you know, so you breathe in. If you had to do a simple meditation, like a really basic meditation, if you now that you're breathing and you're focusing your breathing, you can take it a step further. You can go, you breathe in what you choose and you breathe out what you want to release. And the same kind of way you can use your breath to direct your thought like that. You can, but we can speak about that another time maybe. But just simple things like breathing in love and exhaling any kind of discomfort you have in your body. And the more you do that, after not 30 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, you can actually feel yourself releasing and calming, and you feel the love and your whole energy starts lifting up again. So with intention, breathing in what you choose and bring it through your cells of your body and let it like linger a bit. Let it really get to feel it. Really let your cells like get excited to feel what you're busy with, you know? And then when you exhale any kind of discomfort or anxiety, list, whatever it is that you feel is inside you, you can breathe out and gift out into the universe and allow it to, because it loves it. It pulls it back into Pachamama, it pulls it back into the earth and releases high vibrational energy. So every time you're doing that and offering it out again to God, thank you. It's such a powerful tool. In love, exhale what you're choosing to release, basically.
Awesome.
I have a great mantra which I really want to share at some point. It doesn't have to be now.
Perfect. You want a mantra? You know what a
No,
mantra
go
is?
for it, Joe. Go.
It's something I learned like at a young age. I was fortunate enough to connect with somebody that gave me a whole bunch of books at a young, I don't know, 11, 12 or something. And one of the books, the lady, she healed herself. She was blind. And she started doing meditations, and she started, okay, it was a little bit deeper than just breathing, but in essence it was breathing, but taking the breathing in part and exhaling part to another level. a completely
Oh.
different level, like really lifting those vibrations. So she actually healed herself by putting herself into the right vibration. So from somebody that was blind to somebody that could see, that's something that I want to know about at that age. Like, that's impressive. It's magic, right? So one of the mantras that have stuck with me forever goes like this, if I may share. It goes, I'm a magnificent human being. I'm without equal in all creation. My mind and body are so magnificently constructed that no feat of engineering could ever duplicate the uniqueness in myself. I now transcend all ordinary thinking and dwell entirely in my higher self, because that's what we're always doing when you're meditating. You're tapping into our higher selves. And then you do the breathing thing, the breathing. And then the next part of that goes, in the awareness of my higher self, I know no limits. These days I would change it. I would go, I'm infinite. In the awareness of my higher self, I know no limits. My will is the strongest force in all of creation. I will now to be in ever increasing contact with my higher self. And that's basically the mantra in the meditation. And you do that. I did it for years. And you know, it's a very specific kind of mantra, but you can do it with anything. The more you do it, the more people around you start seeing what you are busy saying in your field. So you become that what you say, and people see it. You know, after time. So anyway,
Let's tap it and put it on the group.
for sure,
Yay.
no copyright. We'll change it. You know, we'll change it to now, because now we like to, we're very aware of our words. So not becomes like what you do want. So that's, we'll change it to that. But it's
Yeah, good.
Very
Awesome.
powerful. Yeah.
I've got like a 10-second meditation that I want to share, and it's really simple. I'm going to focus on. It's like, it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're sitting at a desk, whether you're standing in line, whether you're in your car. It's quite simple. You take a deep breath in, and as you take the breath in, you just drop your shoulders. And then breathe in, and drop the shoulders. Lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. Just keep dropping the shoulders with each breath.
Nice. Like that.
Well, you do that 3 or 4 times, and it will shift your energy just like that.
Yay.
One more thing I want to add.
Sure.
That was amazing. I love it.
Brilliant.
Is that what you want to add?
No, but just to, not to take away from the energy of what you just did. You know Qigong? You guys know Qigong?
I know Qigong, yeah.
Qigong, George, you know Qigong? Judy, Liz, you know Qigong? Qigong, it's basically like Tai Chi. You know Tai Chi? Moving meditation. You see them going slow, they go slow like this, and they go, They don't say anything. Okay, they move. Yeah? If you don't know it, Google it. But Qigong is more now sitting and focusing. The main things are focusing on breath with the intention of where it's flowing. These people that are able to pick up heavy things like that and do some really amazing things, what they're doing is they're accessing a deep level of meditation and using their chi, their breath, and they're focusing it like a pinprick, like as if you concentrate on a pinprick like that. It's such intensity that they are able to do things. Qigong.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So can you imagine how we could tap into our abundance and
absolutely.
love? And
just watch this
health
space.
and-
Watch this space.
Yeah, and it's all from your breath. Liz, you put your hand up. Did you want to say something? Is that you and Wayne there, or is that Wayne hijacking your?
No, it's me. We are together. Hi. Thank you, Sunny.
Great to see you on Saturday.
Yes. That breathing that Ian just did, when I was teaching and before my matrics had to write finals or prelims, they used to be like crazy. And we used to do that breathing, and it was absolutely amazing to see the results and how they calm down. And then we start handing out the papers, or it's already on their tables. And before they start, we did that. It just calms down 150 kids like, and then you can go
Amazing,
on
yeah.
with it. It's stunning.
Stunning.
So, yes.
Awesome.
That's amazing. And do you meditate, Liz?
I don't really meditate, but I do quiet time. The same similar to what George does. And then I decided I need to work on my health and myself. And I've been walking for the last month every morning while it's still 6:15, 6:30. I'm out of the house for 25, 30 minutes around the block here. And it is the
Fantastic.
most amazing own space time
Awesome.
in
I
my
know.
head.
Yeah, wonderful.
Affirmations, quieting down,
Wonderful.
getting perspective, saying thank you, thank you, thank you for
Yeah,
everything
beautiful.
possible that we could.
That's
So
amazing.
yes, things are
Well
also
done.
changing here.
Done.
Well done, Liz.
Thank
Fantastic.
you.
You know,
Fantastic.
I've done walks where I've actually just focused on thank you, and even walking upstairs and walking downstairs, only the words thank you, 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 all the way down. So we're doing the breathing as well, going on the walks, only the words thank you, not for anything in specific, just the vibration of thank you with my breathing. Those walks are mind-blowing, and your everything just gets better and better. It's always getting better and better. So
Every day and every way, I'm getting better and better.
every day and every way I'm getting better and better. Every day and every way it's getting better and better. Everything's always working out.
Figure it out for me.
So thank you for your input there, and I really hope that you guys have benefited from this. So any meditations that you do find that you can put onto the Telegram group in our group, so we can all share. I'd love to do some new ones. I'm very excited about that. And then, as you know, we're off to Bali in a couple of weeks' time, so that will be also a really quiet time. I think we want to go to some magic places, so we'll really have to learn how to breathe there. We're going to be breathing, George. Don't worry.
You know the honeymoon tan, eh? You know what a honeymoon tan is?
I've got that already.
No, but you know what it actually is?
No.
It's just a thin stripe down the middle of your body. Because you open the curtains, you see the sunshine, you close the curtains, and you go back to bed.
That's the red nose.
That's the honeymoon tan.
Oh, brilliant.
Funny. But awesome. So practice your breathing this week and forever now. You've got to make this a habit. This is your daily vitamins in the morning. You have to. It's part of your beautiful life here. It's part of your abundance. It's part of opening up everything. And don't worry about if others aren't doing it. It's not about them. This is about you. This is your quiet time, your thoughts, and they will vibrate and obviously feel off you. And those who are listening to this on the recording, I really hope that you plug into this exercise and watch. They talk about magic and miracles. Watch it happen. Watch things. You get a whole. Everything shifts from that old story, the stuff that we weren't taught, and this is exactly how it should be, so that you can go forth and be a better version of you and have all that abundance due to you, so that you can make a massive difference on this planet and raise your vibration. So I'm really excited. I'm excited to go meditate. So I'll be there first thing in the morning doing my. But practice doing it. Shopping queues, traffic. Breathe in with your shoulders and down with your shoulders. Just do it.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Put the curtain and go for walks and do your. I do the thing, but
Naughty boy. Naughty boy.
Okay, guys, we've gone a bit over.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Susie.
Thanks,
Thanks,
see
Joe.
Joburg on
Cheers, everyone.
Saturday, and Ian will chat to you. Thank you so much.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Bye.
Cheers, guys. Bye.